The hyena men of Nigeria. Hello pet lovers and welcome to your favorite channel, The Pet Space, where we bring you the most interesting and most exciting stories of pet animals worldwide. Join our community, like and subscribe for more videos. In our previous videos, we have talked about some of the most dangerous dog breeds, the most dangerous animals to keep as pets in a household, and these categories do not sum up to an interesting group in Africa called the hyena men. Yes, the hyena men, as the name implies. We'll be sharing the interesting facts about the hyena men right here at the Pet Space. The hyena men are primarily made up of Hausa men. They go into the darkest corners of the forest hunting for hyenas, snakes, and baboons. Usually, they steal hyena cubs from their mothers and train them to perform in their street circus. It would amaze you that these vile beasts are trained and they succumb to their masters and do as they are told. Fascinating as it is also something extremely dangerous considering the fact that hyenas are one of the jungle's most vicious predators that exist. But 400 miles north from this place, in the remote farmlands of northern Nigeria, the definition of a normal community is discarded and reinvented to fit the nuances of these northern societies. Here, the laws of nature are twisted. Man and wild animals live as companions, both existing in the private spaces of each other. In this northern village distant from civilization, children as old as their school-going counterparts in Lagos are trained to handle the most dangerous animals: snakes, baboons, and hyenas. Mothers leave snakes coiled around a newborn baby, while fathers teach their young sons to control, love, and tame hyenas. The idea of education is relegated to the background and only accessible to the rich and middle-class families living miles away from these villages. These people are the hyena men of Nigeria. The story of Abdullah Juhan explains the life of a child born into this typical community. As a child, Juhan recalls that he watched his father tame several hyenas, an animal considered one of the most dangerous in the forest. In fact, in 2012, a hyena pack attacked a large African family, injuring 6 members and killing 2 children. But despite the evident dangers in dealing with these creatures, Jahan explains that his father made a living from his life and that it is now time for him to do the same. Today, Jahan is a hyena man, a product of child-long training and close brushes with death. His father was a hyena man, his grandfather, and several other men before these two. These men sell some of these animals to zoos. These men have no other means of livelihood away from this. It is all they know and all they have done their entire lives. But this lifestyle raises an even more important question. Since the hyenas, baboons, and snakes are considered dangerous, how have these men managed to turn them into pets that do their bidding? How have they maintained a relationship that is quite similar to that of a man and a domestic dog? The answers to these questions are with no doubt diversified, while some contrasts others. Many have made their own videos on the issue and from all looks have seen that the secret to the taming of these beasts is with the use of black magic, or what is popularly known in many African countries as juju. African countries, especially Nigeria, are no stranger to the mysterious nature of black magic. There have been unconfirmed reports of mysterious happenings in Africa, with one report by Al Jazeera making the rounds in July 2015. In this expose, a witch doctor, Manayao, explains that he would use his black magic powers to help politicians win elections. While there exists no scientific backing to support the existence of black magic, Africans, Nigerians included, have argued that it's real. The same sentiment is loudly echoed in the community of these hyena men. From childhood, these people are fed with concoctions which are believed to protect them against these animals. To test the efficiency of these concoctions, children are placed in closed spaces with these animals. It is believed that this process will help children become familiar with these predators, preparing them for their life ahead. While many have disregarded these practices as superstitious, adding that these men don't show the world the scars from these animals, several hyena men have continued to dazzle audiences in many Nigerian cities with their performance. Some have placed their heads right in the mouth of the hyena, while many others seemingly absent-mindedly caress the teeth of these animals. As expected, the relationship between the animals and the men is best described as a love-hate relationship. These men have scars lined across their arms, same as long and deep as their love for these animals, but it is the life they have known since birth, and any other thing equals being thrown into limbo. But away from the novelty of these circus performances or the interesting lifestyle of these people, the truth cannot be ignored for so long. Not only does this interrupt the interactions of the ecosystem, it also poses a mortal danger to every human involved. Furthermore, it is an extreme case of animal brutality which would have an adverse effect on Nigeria in the long run. For instance, this unchecked wildlife trade could put endangered species at a higher risk of extinction. In fact, Nigeria was once believed to have the most diverse population of monkeys and gorillas, but as a result of these endless hunts, the diversity in the forests has dwindled. At the same time, animal brutality isn't such a big deal in Africa. For example, Muslims in Nigeria still organize street duels between rams, a custom that has led to the inhumane deaths of these animals. Duels that have existed for a very long time and are some sort of tradition they have adopted. Not only has it led to the loss of animal lives, but also the death of humans that were involved in this activity. Of course, the lifestyle of the hyena men has been met with scorn and anger in the international community, with animal preservation organizations calling for a stop to this practice, asking that new laws be introduced to tackle this custom. In the global West, passion for animal and animal rights cannot be overemphasized. In the early days of the year, Kurt Zouma, a professional footballer for West Ham Football Club, was charged to court for maltreating his pet cat. Recent reports from Sports Illustrated suggest that the football star could be persecuted for his abuse against the animal. Also, Peter Hugo, the photographer who put the hyena men on the map after his compilation The Hyenas and Other Men, which was released in 2007, writes, "I never saw the hyenas do anything aggressive, but the baboons were a different ballgame. I felt really sorry for them because they displayed human-like emotions. They were almost self-conscious in a way, and it was very sad to see them in that environment chained up. They would be much more rebellious and naughty than the hyenas, and the guys would be quite severe with them. And that actually bothered me much more than the hyenas, which were happy as long as they got fed. Their needs just seem much simpler than those of the baboons." Unfortunately, these safety concerns transcend the circus performances. There are also major concerns about the medical benefits of hyena dung and saliva. Also, these practices, the poaching, have caused a ripple effect in the Nigerian forests. Nazaru Wada, a traditional leader in northern Nigeria, has decried the lack of hyenas in the forest, an eventual effect of the constant poaching. He admits that hyenas are now harder to come by, a factor that could slowly send the hyena men out of business. Regardless of the years of custom to back this tradition, it is in the safe interests of both man and beast that a stop should be put to this. Not only does it pose life-threatening risks to the hyena population in northern Nigeria, it also poses the risks of diseases, injuries, and death to the hyena men and onlookers who are only as curious as they are mortified. That will be all for today's video, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any experiences or had an encounter with the hyena men, please do well to share with us and other people watching. For those of you watching for the first time, please like and subscribe the videos. And to keep tabs on all videos we upload to our channel, be sure to click the bell button to get notifications for when we post a new video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.